Well, first of all, congratulations to the other three teams, Houston, Baylor, Gonzaga, and their coaches. Obviously, in a year like this, there's a lot of challenges. In the Pac-12, we didn't know if we were even going to get a chance to play. So shout out to all my fellow Pac-12 coaches that worked so hard as a group to try to make sure we played in a non-league, or I wouldn't be sitting here today. So. Then lastly, my staff, my coaches, and everybody, it's just a great accomplishment. Appreciate all their hard work. And I understand that, I'm well aware that there's a lot of great coaches out there that have never been to a Final Four. So, we understand that it's a hard accomplishment. That being said, they play a tournament for a winner. So we're here to try to win try to finish off what we've started here and try to find a way to stay alive for Monday night, but it's not going to be easy. We understand how good Gonzaga is. We're full well aware of everything that they bring to the table.
Hey, Coach Cronin.
There you go, Ben.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, Gonzaga obviously is not lost, but it did face a double-digit deficit against BYU in the conference tournament. Is that where you kind of go to look for a template for how to succeed against this team, watching what they were able to do in building that lead?
Obviously, I had to watch the game to scout BYU. I had to watch it again to scout Gonzaga. So, but we don't have BYU's personnel. So when you look at stuff like that, it's not always apples to apples in preparation because we don't have a 7'3" center. So. You can't do it strategically the same thing. What I can tell you is what BYU did was they got off to a good start. They took care of the ball, and they scored. They executed in the half court. They gave themselves a chance to set their defense. So obviously we can't start running BYU's offense, but they did execute. They did take care of the ball. Got the ball in the basket. I'm sure that got their confidence up, and it gave them a chance.
Have you identified 2 or 3 things that are kind of must-haves to win this game?
Nothing, I say nothing different than we always do, Ben. It's just obviously going to be a lot harder to do due to Gonzaga's personnel and their coaching staff. So you got to take care of the ball. You got to execute. You got to get the ball in the basket. That's always the key to transition defense because they'll kill you in transition. We don't like giving up easy baskets no matter who we play. It's going to be a lot harder against Gonzaga. Jalen Suggs, when I really zeroed in on him on film, I just remember as an assistant coach and long time ago in 01, I think, the first time I was an assistant at Louisville, and we played Marquette. And there's a guy named Dwayne Wade, and just his explosive athletic nature with that size. I hadn't seen that, and I don't know if I've seen it since. So he's extremely impressive. So stopping the ball when he has it is a lot easier said than done. So to my point is, you got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to take care of the ball and execute. But it's just going to be a lot harder to do due to their personnel.
Adam Grossbart, Orange County Register. Mick, you mentioned just what a difficult thing it is to have a season in a pandemic like this. Your team missed out on all those typical off-season bonding moments, whether it's a normal summer training camp or just team dinners and things like that. Just given those circumstances, how gratifying has it been for you as a coach to see them come together the way they have this year?
It's been awesome just to see them having fun. One thing about me, you see me, I'm extremely competitive. So my passion, you may think I'm getting on them where I'm really encouraging them. But either way, I'm intense, obviously. It's game time, I'm intense. We play to win. But other than that, when we're not practicing, we keep it lighthearted. And so we've had a lot of fun. And this, it's what our line, the assistant coaches with each scout have told them, after we beat Michigan State, you guys know how happy you were, how much fun you had. If we went, if we beat BYU, it's going to be 10 times as exciting, and then and so on and so forth. I don't even think they realize right now. They're having so much fun. It's almost because we don't have any seniors. They don't play. We're not playing with a lot of pressure. I don't even understand if they realize it. What they've done. Although after we did beat Michigan, one of the wild. I showed it. I on the bus. I walked back. We have 3 buses. So there's only a few guys on my bus. I was showing them the picture of. I can't remember what street it was on campus, but it was a Hildegard or Gailey or whatever. They were burning couches in the middle of the street, and it was getting wild in Westwood. So I think the guys were like in shock, because we haven't had we haven't had any fans or students, so there's been we haven't had excitement. None of these teams. We haven't had any excitement. Maybe Texas and Baylor had fans, but we didn't. So. Our fun's all been on the 9th floor at the Marriott. They've been having, they got good guys, and I tell them be careful, but we tell a lot of jokes.
It's my pseudonym there. Hey, Coach Allison Williams, ESPN. I'm just curious. You talked about some of the challenges Gonzaga presents. What's the mental edge that your team can utilize to win this game? What's the right mentality they need to have?
Same thing you got to have every game, You're only going to win if you outplay your opponent. It's going to be hard because of their talent level, and they're trying to get what they want on offense. You're trying to take it away from them. Same thing on, when we're on offense, we're trying to get what we want. They're trying to take it away from us. And then when the ball comes off the rim, who wants it more? Like I said, it's just going to be harder because they got some serious talent, and the freshman that they play has got a chance to be an NBA Hall of Famer. So, their personnel is my concern, but at the end of the day, we'll be there. There's a game, we'll show up.
Yeah, Mick, how important have the contributions of David Singleton been, both on and off the board?
Well, I'm glad you got to, because obviously Johnny, Jaime, people have been getting a lot. David is just a wonderful kid, an unbelievably hard worker. If you Google him at all or do anything in the background on the things that he's done for other humans off the floor, and his character is just off the charts for a young man. That being said, we wouldn't be here if he doesn't step up when Johnny fouls out against Alabama. Big shots early in that game where we were down, and then obviously the overtime. So he has 15 points on 5 shots in that game. So just huge game, that game. But for me, one thing about David is he's everything I believe in. If I could buy stock in his life of what he's going to do and be successful, I would buy stock in it. Because he's got character. He has tremendous respect for his coaches. He pays attention. Bill, you've heard the term, a kid will run, a certain kind of player, he'll run through a wall for you. That's David. I mean, if I say, hey, David, you got to run through that wall for us to win, he would just take off head first. I mean, that's just the type of person he is. So that's permeated through his team, and it's helped me build the culture of winning at UCLA. So, again, when you take over a program and there's guys in that locker room, and you got to get them to buy into you, and he's totally done that. So I'm very appreciative of him.
Thanks for writing my column for me, Mick.
You got it, Bill.